It's your boy Goob the Don about to stream another live game on M17, another franchise game, connect the franchise mode in the Aftermath League, guys. I'm in week 5. I'm 3-1. I'm playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. See the PSN tag, guys. Mark Limelight CEO. He sent me the invite, guys. Let's get this shit started. Do another color rush probably, guys. Another color rush.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two big targets from the 2014 NFL Draft class. It's Mike Evans versus Kelvin Benjamin. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Newton on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Here's the lineup and a big boy in the backfield, Tolbert.
It's real easy to look at him and immediately picture a bowling ball scattering pins. That's exactly what Mike Tolbert does.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But, boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and that'll bring up second down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Joe McCoy's one of the top defensive tackles in the league. Always a threat to go to the Pro Bowl, especially because of his pass rushing ability.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now an introduction here to the starting 11 on offense. And one of the good wideouts, of course, is Vincent Jackson.
And when he's on the field, you don't play small ball. You make sure you get it out to that guy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see the offensive line that bought the extra time.
Hell of a Moss. Mike Evans just a beast, man.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They run the counter with Martin. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run.
In 2015, we saw the Doug Martin that we saw as a rookie, didn't we?
Absolutely. A 1,400-yard second only to Adrian Peterson last year.
And he really helped a young quarterback develop by taking a lot of pressure off of him.
Give me the fucking pick.
That 5-year
Come
deal
on,
he signed
man.
in March.
Feels even better
God
about
damn.
that.
And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
That's bad, man. That's just bad.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Glennon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's brought down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Goddamn touchdown.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Now he's going to go deep down the left side.
Oh, my goodness.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play.
Come on,
just
yeah,
unable
y'all
to
got to
complete
catch
it.
that shit up, man. That's a
10
touchdown,
yards to go
man.
on third. Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to go up top again.
Give me the pitch. Give me the fucking touchdown. Let's go.
Touchdown. Devin Funches, his first touchdown on the year.
God damn it.
And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
Kind
I think I saw that right.
mischievous
Tell
this
me if
Madden.
I'm wrong. That was just a fly route. Just
They don't
really
wear it double team Madden.
Sometimes
17.
speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
You don't know if they pressing, but this man cover 3 or cover 4. But they pressing the hell out you. And if you ain't pressing, look like they're playing something else.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Martin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. There goes Doug Martin. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And caught left side, Olsen. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out.
Oh, my goodness.
And they went big on first down. Proves
I
unfruitful.
wanted that pitch so bad.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On second down, Martin. And he's brought down. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Now that's the Doug Martin we saw, not just in his rookie year when he burst on the scene out of Boise State, but how about in 2015 when he earned a big-time contract extension from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you mentioned it, from Boise State, 31st pick back in 2012. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. One receiver to the left is Evans. Glennon.
Give me the pick.
Pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now Glennon. They set up the screen to Martin. And on this one, he'll get... And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Newton on first down. He hits Stewart in the flat. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Carolina first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off.
And he'll take this
touchdown.
to the end zone.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funches as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch left. Tight end to left. Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. 1 man in the backfield, that's Martin.
Detroit. Leopard.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught
hell
inside
no.
the 15.
That was bad positioning.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers
Bad
out on
position.
top.
You almost
As
had
we'll
that
send you
shit,
down
bro.
the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend
Bad
Larry
on my
Ridley
part. That
and
was
the
bad
EA
position.
Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run it again with Martin. call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And off comes to Martin. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The target that time was Vincent Jackson, and it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. Glennon. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and it's 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Levante David from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 4th down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
So when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play.
He's got a man complete. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And for K'Wan Short, the questions about his motor really went away in 2015. Boy, what a season he had.
17 tackles for a loss last year, and, of course, give him another one right there. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They run with Martin. He's been busy tonight. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Offense faces a third and medium with 6 yards left. Now Glennon.
Give me the fucking pick, bro.
That was tipped.
Come on,
altered
man.
the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. One receiver to the left is Evans. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They set up the screen to Martin.
Oh, come on, man. Damn.
And that effort gives him
Come
the
on,
first
Coney.
before he's brought down. It's a gain of 7. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Back to the ground. Martin, just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll set up to throw.
Give me the fucking pick, bro.
Almost
That's 4 fucking
intercepted.
picks.
They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. They're going to look to throw. He's got Evans.
Get the fuck out of
And
here,
the broken
man.
tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3.
Let's go, man.
And this is going
Blew
to
that
result
shit
in
up.
losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard
Let's go.
line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Glennon.
Give me the fucking, let's go.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. And the Panthers coming out now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Stewart is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Face mask penalty. And, Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
It's brought in right side by Ginn. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Newton's going to throw it. And the tight end Dixon left side. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Ginn has it complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And now the offense operates in the red zone. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance. But that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Well, Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, Big Cam.
Good game, bro. Good game.
Yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So there you have it, Battle Fair YouTube family. Getting tired, guys.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
So here you guys go. A recap for the game. 13-20 when it was a tough game, defensive-oriented game. He was able to run the ball effectively. See the PSN tag guys, Mark Limelight, CEO. He had Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a tough game, guys. Cam was efficient as always when I played with him, guys. One bad pick in the first half. I thought he was blitzing, but he actually played zone blitz. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, he zone blitz, and I misread the route. He was able to pick it off. As you guys see, the stats was pretty effective for Cam. Mike Glennon, average, subpar game. That's what type of quarterback he is in the league in real life, guys. But I think he had an injury to Jameis Winston, but can't hold that against him. You guys, runner game was semi-effective, guys. Pedestrian, 27 yards the whole game, guys, but I was still able to win. Ted Ginn had a key catch to seal the game, guys, on that third and I think it was 3rd and 8, I think, guys. But the defense played well. That crucial 4th down stop in the goal line was awesome. Coney Ely, I thought he had tackled Doug Martin for that 4th down when he threw the screen pass, but unfortunately wasn't able to get it, guys. No interception, guys, but if you guys seen the stream, if you guys like, comment, subscribe to my channel, if you just watched this game, I was really supposed to have like 4 or 5 interceptions throughout that game, guys, but unfortunately, guys, I was able to make plays when it counted the most. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe to my page. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.